you a woman over 40 and you sometimes feel stuck? Like no matter what you do, you keep falling off track, you think you're doing the right thing, and then you wind up kind of right back where you were. But here's the truth, you can't change what you're not aware of. In this video, I'm going to break down ways that you can build more awareness, change your habits, shift your mindset into finally getting the results that you're looking for. So I realized this years ago when I thought I was doing all the right things to firm up my body, and then I realized I was all wrong. I noticed the same thing when I started talking to a lot of my facial clients who now I work with one-on-one in some of my programs. They were doing the same thing that I was doing. And it's just a cycle of not getting the results that you want, even though you think you're kind of doing all the right things. You're listening to the gurus and you think you're doing all the right things. So most of the time we don't realize as women that we're just on autopilot, just like doing the same thing, reacting to the same things, or just putting out fires all the time. When you gain awareness of what you're doing and the decisions that you're making, then you gain back total control and you can get better results. But when you're not aware of the things that you're doing because you're running on autopilot, this is why it's a cycle of not getting the results that you want to get. Most of us, what we do on a daily basis isn't a conscious decision, it's more of a habit. We're kind of just like going, and not really thinking about the choices that we're making. So for instance, if you are running in the morning because you're running late, then you're, on your phone talking to, your boss or something, and then you grab something really quick and then just shove it down, eat it in the car. You're just grabbing whatever. So you're not even aware of what you're doing or what you're grabbing. Or you may, talk yourself out of a workout because, you're tired or because you have so much to do without even really thinking about the benefits of what you would get from that workout. You just automatically just block it out. I don't have time for it. Keep on going. Or you sit at your desk all day, not even realizing how many minutes are passing by before you get up and move your body. The best thing to do to build awareness is to start to track what you're doing. And I go over this in the, take back your time video. I'll link it below. That really helps to see what exactly you're doing with your time. If you track over a week in as little as 10-minute increments, it will really help you build awareness of where you're kind of utilizing your time the best and where you can utilize it better. If you start to become aware of the things that you're doing, the patterns, then you can start to change them. But if you don't realize this, then you can't change it. And you may think that you're doing something really great. So for instance, in one of my programs, one of my clients, she snacks all day, but it's on fruit. But her goal is to firm up. So it really also depends on what your goals are. But if your goals are to firm up and lose body fat, but you're putting sugar into your body all day long, giving your body no time to digest and rest, it's not ideal. It's great. She's healthy, but her goal is to lose body fat to firm up. So doing what she's doing isn't going to help her get to her goal. So she thought she was doing the right thing and just eating fruit all day because this is healthy, this is going to help me lose weight. That's not going to work. The other thing another woman in my group did was she was a runner. So she would just on autopilot, she had to run 3 miles every day. She had to do it. It's just part of her day. She was on autopilot. But then she didn't realize she was sedentary the rest of the day. So here she thinks she's being healthy because she's running and she loves the running, but then she's not really realizing that the rest of her day is spent sitting. So when we started to track and see what she was doing specifically, look at it down on paper, and then she realized as we're going through it and doing a time audit that there's so many opportunities where she could be moving around. So until she was made aware of this, she didn't really know what to change. So I would recommend writing down everything you're doing if you haven't watched the video and done your time audit. So kind of write down where you're spending your time within your days so that you can start to see patterns of maybe things that you didn't realize because you're just working off of autopilot. Then you can start to look at these patterns and see okay, did I eat 3 meals with 30 grams of protein? No, I didn't, because I was rushing out the door. Every morning I'm rushing out the door to get to work, so I just grabbed a coffee and a banana, right? So it makes you more aware to be conscious of, okay, I need to change that habit. I need to prioritize maybe taking a little bit more time and having a healthier breakfast if my goal is to lose weight or body fat. Once you see it on paper, you can start to make little changes. This is why having a coach is also beneficial. You can look at my links below if you want to work with me one-on-one. But sometimes if you're even looking at it, you might not realize things that you can change. But I feel like if you're going to do this alone and you're going to analyze your time, then you want to look at it in the perspective of thinking about the person that you want to become, right? So who do you want to become? This whole 30-day series is really focusing on women trying to start to prioritize themselves into becoming the person that they want to become. Usually it's the healthiest, strongest version of themselves. What do they need to do in order to get there? What habits and traits do this new version of me, what would she do, right? Would she not prioritize herself and run out the door every morning and just grab a banana and not take the time to nourish her body with the foods that she needs to build muscle, lose body fat, fuel her brain for the day? What would the best version of you do? So when you see it on paper, you want to look at it from that perspective. So the easiest way to stop a bad habit, say for instance the habit again of just grabbing something on the go, would be replacing it with another habit, something that is going to better serve this person that you want to become. So whether it take more time for yourself in the morning to really fuel your body, right? So you need to replace that bad habit with something else that is going to better serve you. So in my program, we talk about the well, better, how method. So when they're starting to build awareness and accountability and change habits, shift their behaviors, it's always good to analyze how you're doing. So and be gracious with yourself. It's all about baby steps. So the woman that was eating fruit all day, we just kind of slowly changed that habit. The woman that was running 3 miles a day and sitting all day, we slowly implemented more movement into her day. So she was like, a lot of times my sister will call me and I'll just sit on the couch and talk to my sister. So now when I'm talking to my sister on the phone, I'll walk around my house. Or if it's nice out, I'll walk outside. So it's just becoming aware of those changes that she could make in order to become the person that she wanted to be, which was a firmer, healthier version of herself. So these are little changes over time that will make the biggest impact. So the well, better, how method. So at the end of the day, maybe you journal or maybe you're taking time for self-care and you think about, what did I do well today? What can I do better? And how can I improve? So it's just a way to make yourself be accountable and stay on track without beating yourself up, because we don't want to beat ourselves up. It's just slow changes that's going to make the biggest movement for you for the long term, right? We don't want fast weight loss or fast results, because that's not going to stick long term. You want to change your habits over time to become the healthiest, strongest version of yourself in order to live the best life that you can live and not do hacks and do these fast things where you're going to get instant results that you can't sustain over a long period of time. So remember, you can't change what you're not aware of. This is where your transformation is going to begin. It's all about building awareness and starting to form new habits to become that person that you want to become. And remember, your life is a reflection of the choices that you make. You can literally change your life by changing your choices. You have the control and you can do it. If you're here with me on this 30-day journey, I'm so happy that you're here with me, building better versions of ourselves. Comment down below the things that you are becoming aware of that you think that you need to change. I would love to see you in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.